Morning, church! You know, it's such a joy na tayo po ay magkakasama ngayon because today is another milestone for our church, CCF Taytay, because we are celebrating the 14 years of God's faithfulness in our church. Mabuti po ba ang Diyos? Kids, mabuti po ang Diyos. Tayo muna po tayo lahat. Okay? At batiin natin muli ang bawat isa sabihin nyo, I am so happy to worship the Lord because you are here with us. Okay? Paraw. Sabihin nyo na lang, masaya akong kasama ka. Okay, so tayo po yung natiling nakatayo, tayo po yung manalangin. Panginoon, salamat po. Napakabuti mo sa aming mga buhay. Lord, it is such a joy for all of us, O God, to be gathered here this morning at patuloy ka namin papupurihan because for many years, Panginoon, naging mabuti ka hindi lamang sa aming mga buhay, kung hindi maging sa church na ipinagkaloob po sa amin. And today, Father, as we listen to your word, Father, we pray that you prepare our hearts, that you will help us to understand your word clearly. And Lord, we once again confess our complete dependence upon you, that as we listen, O Father, may this enable each one of us, O God, to live our lives in accordance to your will and ways. Panginoon, patuloy ka po papurihan sa lahat ng aming gagawin. And once again, Father, I pray that you will anoint me and override my preparations, Father, so that you alone, dear God, may be glorified. We love you and we praise your holy name. This is the name. Amen. Amen. You may now take a seat. Now, if you are here for the first time, maraming salamat po at kayo po ay kasama nating magpupuri dito po sa ating CCF Taytay family. A while ago, dito po sa ating first service, kasama ko yung aking isang kaibigan, si Brother Danny Hilito at ang kanyang pamilya. Alam nyo, napakarami yung storya ng CCF Taytay. Maraming naging ups and downs, maraming naging challenges, but at the end of the day, God has once again proven Himself to be sovereign because God is faithful. Sabihin nga po natin, God is faithful. Now, talking about God is faithful, the one thing that I really love the most about our church here in CCF Taytay, and wherever we go, alam po ninyo, yesterday, muntik pa kaming hindi makauwi. Galing kami ng Tacloban and Ormoc. I praise God for a very fruitful ministry in Tacloban and Ormoc. And alam po ninyo, kahit saan tayo, kahit saan pumunta, lagi kong kinikwento ang CCF Taytay. You know why? Dahil sa CCF Taytay, marami po ang nag-worship na pamilya. Ay, marami nag-worship na pamilya. Ang maganda ko dito kasi, in the book of Deuteronomy, basahin po natin, go, love the Lord your God with all of your heart, and with all of your soul, and with all of your might. You know why? Because tayo po, as a church, we do understand na it's our role, okay, to disciple our family. And during the time in the Old Testament, ang mga Israelites po, ang mga businesses nila nasa backyard lang. Because they are into farming, agriculture, and raising animals. Okay? That's why, ang maganda kong binigay sa kanya ng Panginoon, this is what you should do. Ano po yung instruction and command ng Diyos sa kanila? That you should love me, according to God. Love the Lord your God with all of your heart, and with all of your soul, and with all of your mind. Because at the end of the day, first things first. Ano lang po ang pinakauna? Bago tayo gumawa at in order for us to become successful, mauna lang muna nating mahalin ng Diyos ng buong nating pagkatao. Tama ba yan? Yun ang sinasabi niya. Mahalin mo ako ng buong mong pagkatao. Now after this, sabi niya, after loving me with all of your heart, of all of your soul, and with all of your mind, anong sabi niya? You shall what? You shall teach them diligently to your children, and you shall talk of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise. As if God is telling us, whatever you do, ano man ang ginagawa mo, kahit nasaan ka man, kapag kasama mo ang iyong pamilya, make sure that they will observe, that they will see, as they observe you, they will see your true love for me. Nakuha natin yan? That's why ang team po natin, okay, is all about godly legacy. Because as a church, we need to understand that God commands all of us to disciple our family. Sabihin nga po natin, God commands us to disciple our family. Because at the end of the day, ano po yung makita natin? Kahit anong sipag natin sa labas, kung failure tayo at home, I think, hindi po natin nagagampanan yung responsibility that God has been entrusting to us. Our family is our first ministry. Sabihin niyo po sa pamilya ninyo, you are my first ministry. Okay, and next, ano po yung mangyayari dyan? Since God commands all of us to disciple our family because our family is our first ministry. Kung ano man po ang kahihinatnan, ano man po ang magiging buhay, ano man ang magiging future ng ating anak, ng ating pong pamilya, God will surely hold each one of us accountable sa mangyayari po sa ating pamilya. Especially tayong mga padre de pamilya. Now, yun pong ating theme and topic is all about family discipleship by building a godly legacy. Build a godly legacy. Now, when you hear the word legacy, ano po pumapasok sa isip natin? Ano po pumapasok? Legacy. Iniuwat pamana. Okay, now, according to the dictionary, ano pong sabi dito? A legacy is a gift, something passed on, something received from the past, and the influence of a person or a thing. In other words, at the end of the day, each one of us, meron po tayong mga bagay na maipapasa at iiwan sa ating pamilya. Tama ba yun? Meron tayong ipapasa at iiwan sa ating pamilya. Just to make it simple, lahat po tayo, darating ang panahon, uuwi sa ating manlilika. Tama? Okay? Alam niyo po, hindi ako pwede magkamali dito. 100%. Hindi ako magkakamali na lahat po tayo, mas magandang term, papanaw. Tama? Ngayon, baka nakalimutan ng katabi ninyo. Paalalan nyo nga, papanaw ka rin. Eh, totoo ba? Totoo ba? Tama? Di ba? Now, ang tanong, sino kaya ang mauna? Alam niyo, alam ko, huwag niyo na akong kumbisahin. Alam na alam ko ako'y papanaw. Pero hindi ako nagmamadali. Kung gusto niyo mauna, pwede rin. Kaya lang ho, okay? Since lahat tayo ay papanaw, ang tanong, ano kaya ang pwede nating maiwan? And I'm telling you, we have counseled so many couples, so many families, so many young people, and nakakatuwa ho, iba-iba ang pinupuso ng bawat tao sa buhay. Merong ibang mga atleta na talagang ang desire, ito hindi lang atleta, yung mga into business, into sports, anywhere, okay, whatever they do, ang gusto nila, somehow, magkaroon ng magandang legacy dun sa career or larangan or sa field na kanila pong ginagalawan. And yung iba, siyempre, kapag ka nakaka-receive tayo ng awards or ng medals, siyempre, if our hard work is being recognized, nakakatuwa naman ito ng puso. Tama ba yan? So tayo, kapag binigyan ka ng trophy, kapag binigyan ka ng medal, I'm sure tuwan-tuwa tayo. And alam niyo po, last night, I saw this news about one of the children of the late Golby Quezon. Okay? And ang nakakalungkot kasi he was just 45 years old when this son of Golby passed away. Noong namatay ko siya, he was just 45 years old. So, out of curiosity, so tinignan ko ano ba ang mga achievements ni King of Comedy. And dun sa kanyang parang sa biography, ito yung nakita ko. Okay? Meron siyang anak kay Gracia, 6 children. Gloria, ito anak mo ni Gloria Smith yung namatay kahapon. Then Alice Smith, then ano nakita ko? Wow, 17 children. Ngayon, sabi ko, siguro isa sa isang tanong, all the girls I loved before. 17 children. Sabi ko, pareho sila ng daddy ko. Ang dami rin nilang mga anak. And of course, ang dami 6. Eh, ang dami niyang anak, and ang dami niyang 6. But somehow, nung tinitingnan ko, hindi ba I'm sure alam natin yung nangyari sa ibang anak ni Dolphy. And nakilala ko, nakasama ko yung isang anak niya sa jail. Kaya nag-meet kami sa kulungan. And yung ibang mga anak niya, naging hooked sa drugs. Kaya now somehow, iniisip ko, at the end of the day, yes, Dolphy was very, very famous, and in fact, he was known to be the king of comedy. Pero pag tinignan natin, sooner or later, yung pong medals, yung pong trophy, kahit anong gawin natin, kahit may 100 trophy ka, medalya, darating ang panahon, ilalagay din yan sa kahon. Nakuha natin yan? At pag dumating ang panahon na yan ay nailagay sa panahon, sa kahon, yung ibang mga generations, makakalimutan na nagkaroon ng trophy at saka medal ang kanilang tatay. Nakuha natin yan. Now the question is, what will you be remembered for? Kapag tayo ay pumanaw, okay? Let's just say, meron tayong trophy, meron tayong medal, pero pagdating mo ng panahon, ano kaya ang maaalala sa atin ng ating mga anak and our grandchildren? And talking about legacy, I'm sure naisip natin yung pamana, dito pumapasok po yung tinatawag na last will and testament. And I'm telling you, there are so many siblings, okay? Filing cases here and there, nag-aaway-away dahil sa pamana. Okay, ngayon ano kaya ang ipapamana natin? Now in the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 22, can we read this all together? Go. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children and to his children's children. In other words, kung meron tayong iiwan, okay, hindi lang mo pala ito sa ating anak, kung hindi sa anak ng sa anak ng ating mga anak. Tama ho ba? Nakatanong, anong iiwan natin? Ang pinakamalungkot kapag nag-iwan na tayo ng utang. And I'm sure, alam natin na merong ilang mga tao, hindi ba? Etong sentimiento. Anong sasabihin? Hindi na kami naiangat sa buhay, namatay, iniwan pa sa amin na utang. Yung iba anong sentimiento? Ang iniwan sa kanila ay sama ng loob at galit. And that's why, alam niyo, this is actually the challenge that we face as husband and wife, kami mag-asawa. Yung counseling young people who have developed that hatred and anger towards their parents. And napakarami ng mga anak na masama ang loob at galit na galit sa kanilang magulang until after na ito ay kamatay. I remember one time when my father was in the ICU. Nag-iingalo na yung father ko. Tinawagan ko yung kapatid ko panganay was in Germany. Kasi pareho-pareho kami na nagkaroon ng sama ng loob sa tatay ko. Sabi ko sa kanya, hindi ka ba uuwi? Kuya ko o panganay. Sabi niya, bakit ako uuwi? What for? Sabi niya, besides sabi niya, hindi naman kami naging okay ng daddy. So sabi ko, that I do understand. But you have to realize this. If you will not decide to go home today, sabi ko sa kanya ngayon, you will never forgive yourself for the rest of your life. Sabi ko sa kanya, kung ako sa iyo, uuwi ako ngayon. Sabi ko, sinasabi ko sa iyo, you better go home before it's too late. So nung umuwi siya, nakita sila ng daddy ko sa ICU, umangulgol siya, anong ginagawa niya? He tried somehow to forgive my father. Okay? So ito yan. Kasi marami talaga ang nag-iwan ng sama ng loob at galit. And I'm sure, it is our heart's desire na kahit paano yung mga into business, hindi ba? Meron tayong ma-establish na business na pwede nating ipasa sa ating mga anak. Because thinking natin, this is another legacy. If I am known to become a successful businessman, this is also my desire that my children too will be known as a good or successful businessman. Why? Because we want to establish security. Nakuha natin yon. So ang thinking natin, kung meron akong successful na negosyo, it's a growing business, kapag naiwan ko ito sa aking anak, etong mentality ng iba, hindi na sila magugutom. Nakarinig na kayong ganon? Kapag na-establish ko itong negosyong ito, hindi na sila magugutom. And I've heard that statement a couple of times already. Kapag na-establish to at kapag naiwan ko ito, pag binenta ko ito, mga ari-arihan kong ito, hindi na magugutom. Narinig ko na ito hindi magugutom ang aking mga anak at maging ang kanilang mga anak. Anong statement nila? Secured na sila. Okay? Secured na sila. Ano pa? Bahay. Okay? Sino rito, lahat ng parents, taas ng kamay. Yan. Hindi ba't masarap na desire natin na sana, Lord, kahit papano, kung meron akong 3 anak, yung mga anak ko, mabigyan ko ng bahay isa-isa. Maganda ba siyang prayer? Yes. Okay ba sa inyo kung ang bahay worth 6 million? Okay ba sa inyo? Okay. Okay ba sa inyo kung ang business niya is at least earning an average of about 60 to 100,000 monthly? Okay na ba sa inyo? Okay So nag-iwan kayo ng business, 100,000 monthly. Bahay, sabi nyo, secured na sila dyan. Hindi na sila problema, wala na silang upa. Bigyan pa ng worth 6-7 million na bahay. Okay na yan. Sabi nila, para sigurado, hindi na mamamasaya yung anak ko, bigyan ko na rin ng kotse. Pagkainin ninyo, yung statement na hindi na sila magugutom kahit anong gawin nila, secured na sila for the rest of their lives. Palagay ninyo, totoo yan? Pwede ba nating panghawakan as a form of security yung iiwan nating material na bagay? Now, I have a question for you. Let's just say, nagawa mo mag-iwan ng negosyo, nagawa mo mag-iwan ng magandang bahay, nagawa mo mag-iwan maging brand new sasakyan. What if yung anak mo or napangasawa ng anak mo adik? Okay? What if yung anak mo or napangasawa ng anak mo is a gambling addict? Now, question. Ano lang tayo? Mag-usap-usap lang. How long do you think will it take for an addict to be able to sell the house? Isang taon lang. Okay? Alam ba ninyo yung e-games? Kayang umubos ng e-games na hanggang 100 hanggang 200,000 sa araw. I have a friend, kababata ko. Kaya nung kinausap ko siya, sabi ko, what happened? You know why? Ang mga anak niya, lahat nasa very good school, top school. Lahat ng mga kinasama niya, may kanya-kanyang bahay. Kinikwento sa akin ito nung kapatid, best friend ko ito nung bata ko. Sabi niya, alam mo, ang kuya ko noon, pag kumukuha ng pera, nasa trunk na. Trunk! So nakita kami ngayon, na-invite siya rin sa isang church, sa anniversary. Sabi ko, pare, kamusta ka na? So siya nagkwento sa akin. Sabi niya, pare, alam mo, I was doing really well. Nag-start siya ng call center companies. Until sabi niya, I realized, sobra na akong made. At the age of about 35, 36 years old, during that time, sabi niya, sobrang dami niyang pera. So he decided, enjoy na lang yung pera niya. Binenta niya ngayon yung business. Kaya I think, ang worth niya, ang pera niya, is about 200 million. Okay, imagine mo ngayon, kung 35 to 37 years old ka, meron kang 200 million, talagay ninyo, mauubos mo ba yan? Sa isip mo, hindi ko na mauubos to. Kahit kumasos ako ng 50 or 100,000 buwan-buwan, kung naka-invest naman yung pera ko, hindi ko na mauubos yun. Tama ba yan? So ngayon ang ginagawa niya, relax mode. Silang mga magkakaibigan, nagsusugal sa bahay. Sugal lang. Okay? Until sabi ng isang kasama niya, para nakakasawa na ito, tayo-tayo lang nagkikita. Why not try? Sabi sa kanya, why not try? Magkasino naman tayo. So hindi siya marunong, hindi siya nagkakasino. So until, nung sinabi sa kanya, sige, subok lang. Alam niyo, nagkasino, sabi niya, hindi ko matanggap pare, natalo ko sa unang laro ko. So anong nangyari yan? Ang thinking niya, babawi ako. Alam niyo, kakabawi, 200 million boost. In a span of 2 years. 200 million. And totoo ito. And I've heard so many stories kung paano naubos yung kanilang mga ari-arian. Therefore, let's be careful. Na yung sasabihin natin, established na ako. Hindi na mauubos to. When I was in Ormo, I was able to counsel this chef. Very famous, he used to work for a very famous hotel. Nung nag-uusap kami, sabi niya sa akin, alam mo, I was working in a hotel, and then I was using my Ducati. Ito, Ducati. Sa pagod niya, sabi niya, galing sa trabaho, nakatulog siya. Bumangga siya sa motor. Nung bumangga sa motor, alam niyo, bumangga sa truck, yung motor niya, sabi niya, luckily, thank God, sabi niya, hindi ako yung nauna sa motor, sa ilalim ng truck, yung motor ko, pero nandito, pinakalagkat ako. Noong nagising siya, wala na siyang dalawang kamay, putol, parang yung dito niya, pumasok. Okay? So sabi niya, that's the end of it all. So sabi niya, I'm dead. So ano nangyari sa kanya? Eventually, nag-depression siya. But by the grace of God, naka-recover siya. Anong sabi niya? Kahit gaano ka pala ka-successful, isang iglap lang, pwede ang lahat. Sabi niya, alam mo yung iniisip ko, paano pa ako mag-uumpisa? Akala ko ang galing ko, akala ko dahil kong pera. Nung tinitingnan kong putol yung kamay ko, paano ako magluluto? Sabi niya. Paano ako magluluto? And then he realized, sabi niya, hindi pa na ako pwedeng magmalaki. Kung natin yun, dahil isang iglap lang, yung akala natin, security natin, pwedeng tanggalin ng Diyos. You know why? It's another form of idolatry. Now, okay? Ano nangyari ngayon? Hindi ba't marami? Marami ang natutulog na sa kalsada? Marami ang naghihirap dahil totally, reality is kaya siyang mauubos ng isang iglap. So the question is, what are we supposed to live behind? Ano ba ang isang bagay? Ano ba ang pwede nating maiwan sa ating pamilya na alam natin na magiging lasting? Okay? In the book of Psalms, chapter 78, verse 4, let's read it all together. Go. We will not hide them from their children, but tell to the coming generation the what? The glorious deeds of the Lord, and His might, and the wonders, and what He has done. You know what, family, parents? I'm sure meron tayong meal time together with our children. Be very careful what we talk about. Kung ang pinagmamalaki lang natin is how successful we are in doing these things. Alam niyo po, kung meron tayong pwedeng ipagmalaki, ang ipagmalaki natin, yung story ng Diyos sa ating buhay. Kung natin, anong sabi niya? We will not hide them from our children because each one of us, we have our own stories to tell. And I'm telling you, majority of us, we came to know the Lord during our so-called lowest moment. Noong nagkakaroon tayo ng challenges, nagkakaroon tayo ng problema, doon natin na-realize that apart from God, we can do nothing. Maraming ginawa ang Diyos sa atin. Ito yung sinasabi niya, never hide it from your children. You talk to them. You brag about the goodness of God sa inyong buhay, sa ating mga anak. Tell to the coming generation the what? The glorious deed of the Lord. What else? His might, how sovereign, how powerful God is, and the wonders that He has done. Yung milestones ng Diyos sa ating buhay. So ano makita natin? That godly legacy, okay, begins when parents faithfully share God's, ano ba nangyari dito? Godly legacy begins when parents faithfully share God's story in them to their children. Doon nag-uumpisa ang legacy. If we as parents become successful in terms of sharing God's story in us. Now, question. Okay? What is the story of God in you? Alam niyo sa totoo lang, kung magkikwento tayo dito, kung magkikwentuhan lang, ako lang, kaya ko kayong kwentuhan ng maghapon kulang pa tungkol sa buhay ko. Okay? Napakaraming kwento ng buhay ko. But at the end of the day, umpisahan ko kayo ng kwento nung nakakulong ang tatay ko, yung kwento nung nasa probinsya ko, lahat ang ikikwento ko sa inyo, puro pangit. Puro nakakakilabot. Puro marumi, puro masama, and alam niyo sa totoo lang, puro nakakahiya. Ganon ang storya ng buhay ko. In other words, ang storya ng buhay ko, pag pakikinggan natin, it's garbage. Nakuha po natin yan, basura. And the only thing that makes that story beautiful, it's because God is now part of that story. Nakuha po natin yan. Now, I'm sure we will all say that God has been so faithful to us. Faithful ba ang Diyos sa atin? Yes. Bakit faithful ang Diyos sa atin? Dahil maraming storya ang Diyos sa ating buhay. Aside from that story, what is God's track record in your life? And alam niyo, kung kalamidad, kung trials, kung challenges, kung difficulties, lahat ng pwede natin tawagin sa anumang pagsubok na pinagdaanan natin, meron tayo dapat library ng track record ng Diyos sa ating buhay. Nakuha natin yon. Kamusta ba ang journey natin? And I'm telling you, dun sa journey natin, pamula nung bata tayo, makikita natin kung gaano naging faithful ang pagkilos ng Diyos sa ating buhay sa lahat ng aspeto ng ating buhay. Bakit important ang track record ng Diyos? Pag nag-aalala ka, pag nag-worry ka, pag natatakot ka, and you are about to face another giant in your life, anong pwede mong sabihin? Hugutin mo lang ito. Alam mo, nung bata ako, alam mo, nung bago kami ng mami mo, alam mo ba, nung na-experience namin to, etong kwento ng Diyos sa amin. Track record ng Diyos sa ating buhay. Ano yung track record ng Diyos sa ating buhay? It is something that will constantly remind us that we should never fear, that we should never worry, because God has been so faithful, He never left us nor forsake us. Tama ba yan? What is God's track record in your life? Now, another question is, are your children in awe? Namamangha ba ang ating mga anak, and are they grateful to God's mighty work in our lives? Namamangha ba ang Diyos, ang ating mga anak sa kwento ng Diyos, or namamangha ang anak natin sa kayabangan ng kanyang magulang? Or namamangha ang ating mga anak sa sabihin, bakit ganyan ang mga magulang ko? Attend naman kami ng attend ng church, walang nagbabago. Paano yan? Saan namamangha ang ating mga anak? Are your children in awe? And alam niyo po, lahat ng pinagdaanan namin sa aming buhay, alam ng aming mga anak. And from time to time, I ask my children, sabihin ko sa anak ko, anak, what do you think will happen to us? Let's just say, hindi ko nakilala ang Panginoon. Sabihin ko, JB, siguro, baka na yan, hindi ka nakatapos ng pag-aaral, baka drug addict ka na rin. Si Renzo, most likely, ganun ka rin. Eliana, wala ka dito sa mundo kung hindi ko nakilala ang Panginoon. So, kung po natin yan, why? Because this is what we tell them. Alam nyo, dalawa lang ho ang lagi ko sinasabing pwede kong patahan kung hindi ko nakilala ang Panginoon. Saan? Lupa o munting lupa? Dalawa lang talaga. Yung mga kasabay kong nag-drugs, yung iba ko patay na. Yung ibang kasabay kong nag-drugs, yung iba nakakulong. Yung ibang hindi patay, yung ibang hindi nakakulong, ngayon sirang-sira ang buhay. Now, imagine, kung hindi maintindihan ng mga anak ko, kung hindi nirestore ng tatay nila, kung hindi nirestore ng Diyos ang pamilya namin, saan kaya po kami dadaputin buong pamilya? And these stories, our children should be in awe. And this should help them to be grateful to God. Lord, I thank you for saving my father. Lord, I thank you for saving my mother and for restoring their marriage. What is God's story? No, in the book of Proverbs, again, ito yung binasa natin kanina. A good man leaves what? An inheritance to his children's children. Now, don't get me wrong. Wala masama, and ako din as a father, I do try to save. I do try to invest into a business that's something that I can pass on to my children. Pero alam niyo po, sa buhay natin, ang pinakamagandang inheritance ay hindi lang ho pera. Hindi lang ho material na bagay. Ano po yan? Lasting legacy. Sabihin nga po natin, lasting legacy. Now, ano ba yung lasting legacy? A godly and lasting legacy continues when parents become what? Intentional in creating a home that honors God. Ito po yung lasting legacy. To see our children growing in their knowledge and relationship with God. That's why in the book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 7, let's read this all together. The godly walk with what? Walk with integrity. The godly is upright. The godly is righteous. And if a godly husband, if a godly wife, okay, is very intentional, anong epekto? Sinong blessed? Children. The godly walk with integrity, with credibility, being righteous, and blessed are their children who what? Tingnan niyo yung sabi who follow. Why? Because eventually, this integrity is being passed on from one generation to the other. Now, how do we disciple our family and what kind of legacy should we leave behind? Gusto ba natin ito? Yes. So what kind of legacy should we leave behind? First, we must leave a godly example. We should lead parents, husbands, the fathers sa pamilya, the mothers in the family. At the end of the day, we are the models sa ating puntahanan. So, ano yung minumodel natin? Dapat po, we should model to them yung pong godly example. Now, here's David, man after God's own heart. But somehow, we will all say, yes, he is a man after God's own heart, but how can he be a godly example when we know for a fact na si David, he fell? Tama? Nagkasala siya. He had an affair with Bathsheba. Nagkasala siya because he murdered Uriah. But after being rebuked or confronted by the prophet Nathan, anong nangyari kay David? Hindi siya nagmalaki. Hindi siya naggalit. Anong nangyari? He humbled himself before God and acknowledged yung ginawa niyang malaking kasalanan sa Diyos. Do you think si David pinatawad ng Diyos? Yes. He was forgiven by God. You know why? Because God is merciful. God is gracious. God is unconditionally loving. But at the same time, God is also just. Tama po ba? God is also just. So when you say God is just, do you think si David, he suffered the consequences of his wrong decisions? Yes. Lahat ng consequences pinagdaanan niya. So ano po sinabi natin? He has witnessed, okay? Yung pong destruction ng kanyang sariling kingdom and even sariling family. Some of his children died because of the sin of David. But nung nakita ng Diyos yung sincerity ng puso ni David, nung nakita na God how repentant David was, anong nangyari ngayon? He made the relationship with God right again. Tinama niya ang kanyang relationship with God. So ano nangyari ngayon? Here's David, he was about to die. Okay? So, when he made it right with God, his relationship, ano nangyari ngayon? Lumaki na si Solomon. Nung lumaki na si Solomon, when he was about to die, ito po naging conversation nila magtatay. In 1 Kings chapter 2, in verse 1, when the time drew near for David to die, anong ginawa niya? Pinatawag niya si Solomon. Okay? So, he gave a charge to Solomon, his son. In other words, naghahabili na po si David. Okay? Ngayon, during this time, si David was the most powerful because he was the king of the most powerful nation at that time, and that is Israel. And in fact, pag kinompute natin yung ari-arian ni David up until today, he is still the richest man who lived on earth. Nakuha natin yan, he was the richest and the most powerful and influential person who lived on earth. Now, kung kayo po si David, ikaw na ang pinakamakapangyarihan. Ikaw na ang pinakamayaman. Okay? At papatawag mo ang iyong mga anak, what will you tell your family? Anong pwede mong sabihin? Mamamatay ka na. Ha? And now, the end of me, and so I pray. Okay? So ano yan? Sasabihin mo definitely, ano ba yan? Namamatay na ang tatay ninyo. Anong sasabihin mo ngayon? Asawa ko. Lahat ng titulo dyan, bilangin mo, baka magkulang. Yung ba sasabihin mo? Carlo, hindi ganito na. Yung building natin sa tabi ng SM Taytay, siguraduhin mo lang na nane-maintain mabuti. Joy, anak ni Ganita. Yung subdivision natin sa Antipolo, siguraduhin nyo nagbabayad ng Diyos ang homeowners. Anak, halika rito. Yung ating mga restaurant sa BGC, siguraduhin nyo na ma-manage ng mabuti. Ngayon, 20 million ang net worth natin. Make sure na after 20 years, dodoblihin nyo yan. Pag hindi, pababa ako, patay kayo sa akin. Yun ba ang sasabihin niyo sa anak niyo? Pag mamamatay na tayo? I'm telling you, hindi na natin iisipin yung perang ating iiwan. Natin po natin si David. In 1 Kings 2, I am about to go the way of all the earth. He said, tignan niya, learn from David. So be what? Be strong and act like a man. Now, parents, learn from him. Bakit sinabi ni David, so be strong? You know why? Because David knew that life here on earth is very challenging. It's very difficult. And as parents, Marami tayong mga pinagdaanan sa buhay. Somehow, anong sinasabi natin? Kung pwede lang, yung paghihirap na pinagdaanan ko, anong sinasabi natin? Huwag nang pagdaanan ng aking mga anak. Ang hirap noon. Wala kaming baon sa eskwela. Naglalakad kami 10 kilometro makarating lang sa eskwelahan. Kung pwede lang, bibilang ko ng mga kotse yung aking mga anak para hindi na nila pagdaanan yung aming mga pinagdaanang hirap. Alam mo ang hirap, yung hindi mo alam kung saan ka kukuha ng pangmatrikula, kaya kumuha ako ng insurance, hindi na po problemahin. Ano sinasabi natin? I will try to secure and protect my children para hindi na sila mahirapan sa buhay. Hindi yan ang sinabi ni David. Anong sinasabi ni David? Anak, kasi ganito ang sinasabi niya. Ang buhay ay hindi madali. Tayong mga magulang, alam natin kung gaano kahirap ang buhay. Now, ang problem nowadays, especially with parents, sobra tayong protective sa mga anak natin. Konting kibot, nakagat na lamok, ointment. Okay? Konting kibot, dalagang hindi na tinadapuan ng mikrobyo yung anak natin. Hindi ba? Ay! Don't touch that! That's dirty! Ew! Kaya mga puri, ew! Okay. Ano yan? Anak, son, listen to mommy, listen to daddy. You are not allowed to go out. Hindi ka pwede. Kaya mga anak, tingnan ninyo. Alam mo ba natin na as young as 8 years old, may depression ng mga bata? Bakit nadi-depress? Hindi sanay sa hirap ng buhay. Bakit nadi-depress? Hindi alam i-handle yung rejection. Nakukuha po natin, anong difference? Nung araw, kapag kahirap na hirap tayo, naalala po ninyo, alam ninyo, kaya sinasabi ko sa mga anak ko, alam ninyo anak, kahit bumalik ako sa gutom, hindi ko problema, sanay ako. Why? Nung nakakulong ang tatay ko, sabi doon, diskarte. Anong gagawin ko? Mag-iikot ako dun sa mga kapitbahay namin, nakakulong ang tatay ko, wala akong kakainin eh. Anong gagawin ko? Manghihingi ako ng tutong. Pag nanghihingi ako ng tutong, maghahanap ako nagluluto ng baboy. Anong gagawin ko? Pwede ba? Yung mantika mo, akin na lang. Anong gagawin ko? Manghihingi ako ng mantika, yung tutong, dudurugin ko, anong lalagay ko? Toyo, kakain ako. Huwag natin yan. Pero sabihin, ha? Paparanas mo sa mga anak natin? Anong gagawin natin? Nakuha natin yan. At the end of the day, yung mga street, yung smart, yung street smart, konti na street smart yun. Ang mga bata ngayon, puro naka-electronics. Ngayon, di ba? Ang gaganda ng laruan. Remote control. Nung araw wala remote control. Yung nakakita kami ng tsinelas, hihiwain mo ng bilog, at saka mga lata, ginagawa truck. Yung gulong ng bisikleta, ang tawag namin yung panggulolong. Ang wala din yan. Why? Nakakaawa ba kami? Of course not. Mas natutuwa ako sa pinagdaanan kong hardships ng buhay. Why? Dahil alam ko hindi ako matidepress. Sa ano pagdaanan? Sanay ako sa depression, sanay ako sa hirap. Ano napansin natin? Before. Pag binabaha, hindi ba yung mga bata tumatalon pa sa baha? Di ba? Ngayon, ano nangyayari ngayon? Hindi, sa loob ka. Pag may sunog, sa kayo nakakita, may sunog, ganito, yung mga tao gumagano sa camera. Ano nangyayari sa mga kabataan yan? Why? Hindi tinuturuan be strong. You know why? Masyado nating binibaby ang mga anak natin. Hey, ano pa? Parents, yung mga anak natin, normal madapa. Hey, normal madapa. Alam ba ninyo ba tumiiyak ang bata? Hindi na nadapa. Nagugulat. Observe din yung bata. Ano yan? Ha? Madapa yan. Pag nadapa yan, unang titignan kayo. Huwag niyong pansinin. Anong gagawin ng bata? Wala po pansinin. Kaya, nadapa. Nakita ng nanay. Nakita ng tatay. Ay! Diyos ko, nahulog ka masakit sa akin! Ano gagawin ng magunang anak kayo? Yeah! Tapos sabihin ng, naku, nangingitim yan! Hindi, ginulat niyo. Oh. Anong sabi niya? Be strong, anak. Act like a man. Magpakatatag ka. Magpakalalaki ka. Pati yan. Bakit itong generation na to, ang daming effeminate? Bakit to? Content depression si mami. Pulpo. Paligo. Kaya niya, act like a man. Okay, now. And then, tingnan niyo po yung sabi niya. Ano niya, if you want to teach your children about being successful in life, even in business, anong sabi ni David? Son, observe what the Lord your God requires. Anong sinabi niya? Kung ano yung ipagawa sa'yo ng Diyos, gawin mo. Ano yung sinasabi ni David? Na, alam mo, hari ako. All the while, akala ko, bilang hari, lahat kaya mo. Alam mo, akala ko noon, bilang hari, I'm always in control of things. Alam mo, akala ko, bilang hari, magagawa ko ng paraan ng lahat ng bagay. Pwede sa tao, anong sinabi niya? Sa Diyos, hindi pala. Why? Because God is God, and I am not. I'm telling you, son, I learned my lessons the hard way. Paano yan? Kaya sabi ni David na, huwag mo kong tularan, matigas ang ulo ko. Sinubukan ko, akala ko may isa ko ang Diyos. Hindi pala. So sabi niya, make sure, pag may pinagagawa sa iyo, observe what the Lord your God, no compromises. Ano pa sabi niya? Walk in obedience to Him. Hindi sinabi, sundin mo ko na. Hindi. Sabi niya, if you want to be successful, walk in obedience to Him. And what? Keep His decrees and commands and His laws and regulations. At the end of the day, ano sinasabi ni David? It's not about me. It's really all about God. Huh? If you want to establish your kingdom, make sure obey the Lord. Anong sabi niya? Do this. If you want your children to be successful, do this and you may what? Prosper in some. Do this, and you may prosper in all you do, and wherever you go. Ito ang pinakamagandang security na ituturo natin sa ating mga anak. Mga anak, marami akong palpak sa buhay. Matigas ang ulo ko. Sinubukan kong makipagbulo sa Diyos. Hindi pala ako nanalo. Hindi ka rin mananalo. Subukan mo na gawin yung pinagawa sa akin ng Diyos, sundin mo siya, you may prosper in all you do and wherever you go. Now to continue, sabi niya, and that the Lord may keep His promise to me. Parents, we all have wonderful plans for our children, right? We all have good desires for our children. And God wants to grant the desires of our hearts. Pero ano sabi niya? If your descendants, sabi niya, anak, if you and your descendants watch how they live, mamuhay sila ng ayon sa kalooban ng Diyos, if they will walk faithfully before me with all their heart and soul. Anong ginagawa ni David? Remember yung command in Deuteronomy? Love the Lord your God. It means obedience to God or faithfulness. A faithful obedience to God. Before me with all your heart and soul, ano sabi niya? You will never fail to have a successor on the throne of Israel. Live a godly example. Next, engage in doing acts of kindness. Recently, last March 3, alam niyo talagang my wife and I, we were in awe. Sobra kaming na-amaze kung paano kumilos si God in spite of yung mga glitches. And supposed to be, this is just, okay, yung love in action natin, it's just a mini, supposed to be small medical retreat. But it ended up, nagkaroon tayo ng medical mission for 1,320 ang nag-undergo ng medical, ng dental, at saka even sa mata. And aside from that, nagkaroon tayo ng tree planting sa napakahabang stretch ng ilog. Alam niyo, ang expected nating volunteers, nasa mga 150. Sabi ko, baka panaginip lang yung 200. And to our surprise, alam niyo ang dumating na volunteers? 430 came. Hindi lang 430. 430 and some, okay, are non-CCFers. Hindi lang mo yun. Maraming pinadala ang AFP and PNP. 170. Hindi lang as security, nagtanim din sila. Tumulong sila dun sa ating project. So there were about 600. But one thing, alam niyo, sobrang joyful ang puso ko. You know why? Because people are working together for the good of a community. Less privileged people. And tingnan niyo po, ito yung sinasabi natin. Ito si Doc Jano and si Janice, okay? They serve in CCF Cambridge. Kasama nila yung mga anak nila. Nagsiserve. Hindi lang sila. Ang dami doon, nag-serve sila as a family. Kasama yung mga anak nila. Why? Because compassion and values and acts of kindness, you don't just teach it. Nakuha po natin yun. You model it and enable our children to take part of doing kindness to the community. Nakukuha po natin. So alam ninyo, sobrang nakakatuwa. And then after that, nag-message sa akin si Honey. Okay? Sabi niya, thank you po for that wonderful experience. Sabi niya, si Honey yung girlfriend ni JB. Sobrang na-bless po kami. And nag-message po kay Honey, sabi ko, anak, kung ganon, this is one prayer that I'd like for you and JB to continue that kind of legacy. A legacy of helping and loving people. Tinanong ko yung panganay kong anak, si JB. Sabi ko, anak, what did you learn from that activity? Sabi niyo, you know what, pa? I realized how blessed we are. That we also need to share our blessings to the less privileged. Anong sabi ng anak ko sa akin? Pa, sabi niya, make sure next time makasama akong ulit. Next time makasama akong ulit. Why? Because it's important for us as parents na ma-engage natin at ma-expose natin yung mga anak natin para ma-develop yung compassion, yung pagmamahal sa kanilang mga puso para sa ibang mga tao. Alam niyo po kung bakit? It's an antidote to becoming selfish. Hindi lang po tayo ang binibless ng Diyos. God is blessing us to be a blessing to others. Engage in doing meaningful things. Now, in the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 6, let's read this all together. Go. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. What do you think is God's desire for your children? Anong plano? Anong layunin ng Diyos sa ating mga anak? So kung alam natin kung anong layunin, let's start training our children towards that direction. Kung anong plano ng Diyos sa kanilang mga buhay. So yung engage in doing acts of kindness, let's read this all together, go. Teka mo na po, sabay-sabay tayo. Go! Ulitin po natin ng malakas, sabay-sabay. Go! Di ba maganda to? If doing good becomes your lifestyle, eventually you will become good yourself. It will be your personality. And of course, give them what? Give them quality time. So I asked my wife to share to us kung ano yung some of the practices that we do in the family. So let's welcome Dawn.
Pabaya. Good afternoon, CCF Taytay family. Parang mahina. Good afternoon, CCF Taytay family. Happy anniversary to all of us. Parang wala naman sila sa energy. Anyway, okay. So let's continue. What I want to share with you is how we spend quality time with our children. And it's something that we really look forward to because we are very busy people. So, sabi ng mga tao, do you still have time for your kids? Do we still have time for each other? You know what? In spite of our very busy schedule, we make sure we have quality time as a family. So Mondays, rest day po namin yan. So that's our holy day. So family time yan, and we also spend it with our in-laws. Ako with my in-laws. Mondays is with my in-laws. So, and for us, we do a lot of quality time with our children. So what do? We have recreation. So what is recreation for us? A lot of people, when you do recreation, yan yung movie time, you eat out, regular na po yun di ba? But, you go beyond that. So what else do we do as a family? Yung husband ko, yan, may mga siya yung very handyman. So, as much as possible, he tries to also teach the two boys to become handyman as well. So, may mga carpentry works, yan yung youngest daughter namin, they painted her room. Yan yung mga ginagawa nila. Ako naman, I don't cook. What I do best is I drive. So when I drive my kids to school, that's where I really spend quality time with them. So that's where we get to talk, that's where I get to hear from them, that's where I get to ask them how was their day. And dyan namin napapag-usapan yung mga crushes, love life, si JV and si Honey, I asked JV, we asked JV how is their relationship. And aside from that, yung mga tipong, what are their interests? So parents, I encourage you, kung ano yung interests ng mga anak nyo, you also try to spend it with them. Like my eldest son, he loves to exercise, and my husband and I, we love to exercise, so we do that together. And yung dalawang anak ko naman, actually lahat sila, they love music. So the music that they listen, I also listen the same kind of music. Lahat sila, they listen to Christian music. So given na yun, kasi yun yung buhay namin But when they listen to non-Christian music, hindi po ako nun. Siguro yung mga millennials, yung band na Ben and Ben and Four of Spades, alam niyo po ba yun? Do you know that? Can I hear from the kids? Alam niyo ba, favorite ko rin yun. And I memorize all their songs. You know why? Because it's the kind of music that my children listen to. So I also get into their world. And that's why, whenever we're together, we sing together, we really enjoy. Kahit sila, they share to me, Mama, you listen to this. But I don't tell them, Kiko Ira yan, that's not my genre. But I open up myself to what my kids love to do. Okay, so I encourage parents, you also do the same. But, I'm aware I was asking Renzo, what else do you want to, for us to share about what we do as a family? You know what he told me? I think it's best to also remind the parents how we can listen to them. So when we do recreation together, let's also try to have communication as a family. So yung recreation nyo, kailangan yan yung tinatanong din sila, what do they feel, how are they, and what they do. So yung communication time, make it something that you enjoy doing rather than natatakot sila because it's sermon time. Okay? So medyo iwasan po natin yan. And recreation also for us is meal times. What do we do during meal time? During meal time, no gadgets. Kahit nag-ring yung phone, di pwede sagutin. Why? Because you make your children feel that they are more important than anything else. No ministry, no counseling, it can wait. You do that after you spend time together as a family. Okay? So, when you go out of town, now summer is coming, summer is actually summertime. So when you go out on vacation, as much as possible, we encourage parents, you spend time with your children. So no gadgets. Children, no games. Okay? You talk to your parents. Spend time with your parents. What else? Aside from recreation, we also have evaluation. So, we have an evaluation time where we ask our children, how are we as parents? Yeah, so parents, ready? Tanungin yung anak nyo, kamusta ba ako as mother? Pag sinabi ng anak nyo, Mami, mabunganga ka. Mami, masungit ka. When your children tell you that, kailangan you cannot defend, you cannot justify, you cannot say, hindi ano, okay? Or, many times, ipapasa, hindi ako, no, yung daddy mo yung masungit. Wala pong ganon. Okay? Evaluation is something that, God is teaching us to listen, to be humble, to be willing to admit our mistakes, but most importantly, to be able to change. Okay? We're sharing this not because we are perfect as a family. We're sharing this because it's a process we're going through because we want to improve. Ako po, when I asked my husband, submissive ba ako this week? There was one time, I will never forget that. Sabi niya, hindi ka submissive this week. So that was very painful for me because I thought I was submissive. Yung pala hindi. So see, there are times we think we are okay, but actually we are not. The best thing to find out how you are as a mother, as a husband, is you hear it from your family members. Okay? So, fathers, you also ask your children. And husband and wife, you ask each other, how am I as a husband? May quality time ba ako sa'yo? So wives, that is where you can grab the opportunity. Sabihin mo sa asawa mo, hindi mo ako dinedate. Hindi mo ako, wala kang time for me, hindi ka malambing. Okay? So, parents, you cannot give to your children a godly legacy if you do not have and you don't practice it with your wife. Kami po na asawa ko, we didn't learn this from our parents. Wala po kaming modeling from our parents. But you know what? We learned it from our mentors. We learned it from the church. We saw it from people that we know. So we learned it from them. My good friend here, si Chris and Lisa, they're very good in mentoring their children, di ba? We give credit to them. But you know what? It's something that you also have to do to your children. So that when they become parents, they will do the same to their children's children. Okay? So, evaluation is also the perfect time to practice humility. So, children, kayo din. Ask your parents, kamusta pa ako? Kamusta po ako bilang anak? Obedient ba? Matigas ba yung ulo? Di ba? So, this gives us time to really improve on our roles as husband and wife, as children, and as a family. Okay? Pero hindi lang puro negative, meron ding positive. So we have also appreciation time. Okay? So ano yung appreciation? Look for things. Imposible wala kayong ma-appreciate sa mga asawa nyo, sa anak ninyo. And you take time to tell them, what do you appreciate about them? What did they do this week that that they did something to bless you or your family. Okay? So, think about if they clean their room, or denied na yung kapatid niya, or nagluto siya, okay? And if they did some acts of obedience para sa inyo. So, appreciate one another. And, lastly, devotion. Okay? Fathers, can I see the hands of the fathers? Taas mo yung kamay. As in, mataas na mataas. Yan. Okay. Fathers, you know what? You are commanded to lead a godly life. Be a godly example. And the best thing to do that is you start by conducting family devotions every week. Sumakit yung ulo niya kasi hindi niya nagagawa, di ba? Pero alam niyo po, it's never too late. You start doing it now. Ours is every Tuesday night. So pag Tuesday night, nothing. No other agenda. Kailangan family devotion. So, husbands, you take the lead. Fathers, you take the lead. Tapos, over a period of time, it's the wife naman. Ako sometimes I do the family devotion. Tapos, we also assign our children. Para sila din, natututo din sila. You don't have to really prepare a lengthy one. 1 or 2 verses will do. Ang dami yun na pong mapapag-usapan doon. Okay? What is the benefit of doing a family devotion? You don't just study the word. When you process together as a family, alam niyo po, you become closer, and there are a lot of applications after that. So you commit as a family. Kung ano yung natutunan, then that's also what you apply. So, when you give quality time to your family, alam niyo po, you don't just become closer as a family. It also brings you closer to God. So I think that's the most important. So thank you, and I hope you really spend quality time with your family. God bless you.
Thank you, my baby. Eh, ano po ba kayo natutunan sa sinali doon? Alam niyo po, yung maganda nun sa devotion, every time na mag-devotion kami, ito po ang question namin sa kanila. What did you learn and what will you start to apply? And yung maganda ho, yung recreation namin, hindi ko kami magastos. Kasi hindi sa manood kami ng sine sa labas, nagne-Netflix na lang kami, magkakayakap pa kami sa kwarto, pizza lang mo ang katapat. Masaya na ang aking mga anak. So give time, give quality time. And of course, apologize for your what? Sino po mag-apologize? Parents tayo din. No, parents, taas ang kamay ng mga magulang. Parents, do you think nagkakamali rin tayo? Bakit ang reklamo ng mga anak, ang magulang ko parang perfect, lagi na lang ako mali? Bakit parang hindi na sila nagkakamali? Nakuha yung sentimiento ng mga bata, na anong concern doon? In Colossians chapter 3 verse 21, ano pong sabi? Fathers, do not provoke your children, lest they become discouraged. Now, since we do recognize na nagkakamali din tayo, and we do admit na meron din tayong mga flaws, tama po ba? Now, one time, January po ito, merong NCT conference, pagod na pagod ako. And yung whole week na yun, pagod na pagod ako, and aside from that, marami po akong iniintindi na asikaso. So pag uwi namin ng bahay, alam nyo, nag-relax ako sa sofa sa sala. Ang ganda ng higa ko. Sabi ng pangalawa kong anak si Renzo at saka si Eliana, Dad, we'll just go out and buy something in the convenience store. Sabi ko, sige na. Pag alis nila, lumapit yung asawa ko, nakahiga ko sa sofa. Sabi ng asawa ko sa akin, Pa, sabi ko, mukhang may balak to. Tapos umupo sa tabi ko. Pag upo sa tabi ko, hinimas yung kamay ko. Talagang may balak to, sabi ko gano'n. Hindi pa ako nakontento. Hinimas ang dibdib ko, sabi ko, eto na. Sabi ng asawa ko sa akin, baby, alam mo, these past few days, masungit ka. Gusto kong sabihin, masungit! Alam niyo, dahil meron kaming practice sa bahay, yung zip it. Okay? Yung zip it, kapag kami sinasabi ang isang miyembro ng pamilya, all we have to do is listen. Now, as I was trying to recall, alam niyo sa totoo lang, to be honest, hindi ko naisip na masungit ako. Kasi ang iniisip ko lang, ang dami kong iniintindi. Somehow, yung palahong gestures ko and yung aking mga sinasabi, hindi ako aware na nagsusungit pala ako. Ngayon sabi ng asawa ko sa akin, at sabi niya, hindi lang ako nagko-complain sa'yo na masungit ka this week. Ang mga bata, sabi masungit ka. Now, sabi niya kung gaano kaseryoso yung sungit mo. Sabi ni Eliana, yung bunso namin, Ma'am, I think we should again attend a family retreat. Alam niyo, because it's my prayer and desire to be the best father that I can be for my children and the best husband I can be for my wife. Pagdating ng mga anak ko, pagdating nila, sabi ko sa mga anak ko, children, your mom talked to me and she told me that the past days, masungit ako. At ikaw naman, Eliana, sabi ko sa kanya, sinabi mo sa mami mo, mag-family retreat pa tayo, ha? Sabi ko sa kanila, now if you say, I am masungit, I am guilty of charge. It's my bad, and I want to apologize and ask for your forgiveness. Now, anong sabi ko sa mga anak ko? Promise, the whole month of January, hindi ako magsusungit. Sabi ng mga bata, Dad, last week na ngayon, ilang araw na lang. Sabi niya, sige. Extended. January and February, hindi ako magsusungit. Alam niyo, just to make sure na hindi ako magsusungit, every week, tatanungin ko yung asawa ko, how am I doing? Masungit ba ako? Hindi niya, okay ka. How am I doing? Masungit ba ako? Hindi, okay ka. Why? You create awareness. But ang importante rito, yung asking for forgiveness. And I remember, sila, di ba mga dito, sila sabi doon, Anel, naalala niya, sila Ed, nag-family retreat tayo, etong question ng mga tatay, how have I hurt you? Anong question namin sa mga anak namin? Anak, tatlo yung anak ko. How have I hurt you? Alam niyo, habang nagsasalita yung mga anak ko, umiyak sila. Somehow, I felt so, parang heavy in my heart na nasasaktan ko pala yung mga anak ko na hindi ako aware. Alam niyo po, ang maganda rito, when we do this, we model humility to our children. Kapag humihingi tayo ng tawad sa asawa natin, humihingi tayo ng tawad sa ating mga anak, we model humility to our children. So, parents, kaya po ba natin gawin yon? Yes. If we love them, we will apologize for our mistakes. And then, of course, choose your words carefully. In Proverbs 15 verse 1, let's read this all together. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. You know what the best thing to do? Bago tayo magsalita, i-process muna natin. Makakasakit ba ito? Tama ba ito? You know what? Kasi words have power. Tama ba yan? Ang tawag ko nga doon, the power of the spoken word. And I'm telling you this, nung bata ako, hindi ko makalimutan, nag-uusap yung daddy ko at saka mga barkada niya. Tapos tinitingnan nila ako. Sabi ng mga barkada ng daddy ko sa akin, pare, itong anak mo, mukhang pilyo to. Ako tinuturo. Pag-ipunan mo na ng pampiyansa yan. Sabi niya, maliit ako ha. Iniisip ko, bakit kaya nila sinasabing pag-ipunan ako ng pampiyansa? Alam niyo, sinagot ng tatay ko? Sabi niya, talagang sa lahat ng anak ko, ito pinaka-ano. May sinabi siyang gano'n. Alam niyo, every time may gathering, ang pinag-uusapan nila pampiyansa ko. And true enough, na lagi nilang sinasabing pampiyansa, labas-pasok ako sa kulungan. Why? Dahil hindi naging careful ang aking mga magulang, and somehow, sometimes, we are not aware na yung mga sinasabi natin, and the worst thing that can happen, yung mga masasakit na sinasabi natin sa ating asawa, nasasaktan din ang ating mga anak. Yung mga masasakit na sinasabi natin sa ating mga anak, time will come, masasabi din nila yon sa kanilang mga anak. Lalo yung mga nagmumura. Lalo yung mga hindi careful. Be careful. Choose your words carefully. And then last, in the book of Psalm, basahin po natin, go. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are what? Are sons born in one's youth. Na anong sinasabi po rito? An expert archer. Hindi yan bibili ng basta arrows lang. If you're an expert, what you'll do is to make your own arrow, right? So pipiliin mo yung quality wood. And aside from choosing a quality wood, you'll make sure na diretso-diretso. Tama ba yan? Aside from making sure na diretso-diretso, you'll make sure na sobrang smooth. Why? Because being an expert, sigurista ka na quality ang arrows mo, right? Now, same thing with our children. That's why sinabi niya, like arrows in the hands of a warrior. Remember, train up a child, in the way he should go, so that when he is old, he will not depart from it. Time will come, we will release our children. Are we sure that the home, is filled with children who is godly? Well, yan. Kaya sabi, blessed is the father, blessed is the mother, blessed are the parents whose quiver is full of them. We have to nurture and mold our children into the kind of a person that God wants for them. So that in the near future, we will produce or yield a godly what? Young generation. So, review. Number one is what? Lead a godly example. Next is what? Engage in doing acts of kindness together. What else? We need to give them quality time. And if you commit mistakes, ano gagawin natin? Apologize for our mistakes. And as parents, make sure to choose your words carefully so that in time we will yield a godly young generation. This is our legacy. Family discipleship, a godly legacy, so that in the end, in Joshua chapter 24, verse 15, let's read this together. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Let us pray.